So I'm just, oh, people are coming. I gotta stay in aisles where there's nobody. Now I can talk. I'm so excited about my new fish. Let's go take a look. So I got this beauty about a month ago from Mark Denaro's store, Pets Plus. He's been in quarantine all this time. I watched him carefully, seeing if I thought he needed medicine. I don't believe he needed medicine, but he is a beauty. He's very interactive, healthy appetite, and he colored up immediately. So I want you guys to meet Amphilopus trimaculatus, otherwise known as my Trimac. His name is Triton. Triton the Trimac. I'm going to start doing a hashtag, Triton the Trimac. There's a couple different names for the Trimac. We got the Trimac, the 3-spot, 3-point cichlid, and this guy's from Central America. Now, originally he had two, a semi-large one and a smaller one. And I'm thinking the smaller one was a female, but I got the larger one. I am going back to the store today for a couple of reasons. First, I want to see if the female is still there. I really want the female. Second, we're going to have a meetup. I am so excited. I am on my way to do a meetup with Scott from the King of Cichlids and a few people from his club, a few people from my club. We're going to Mark Denaro's store. Let's take a ride. Okay guys, I'm at one of my favorite local fish stores. I don't think Scott from King of Cichlids is here yet, but I'm going to go in and take a look. So Mark Denaro has not only been keeping freshwater, saltwater, fish and aquariums and plants since the 70s. He's written books. He's a international speaker. He writes articles for the Tropical Fish Hobby magazine. And he is a great guy. Great all-around guy. He's in the Bucks County Aquarium Society. He's in the same aquarium society that I'm in. So I definitely value his opinion. So I'm here with Mark Denaro getting some advice on a Trimac. If you could give me 1 or 2 tips on a Trimac, what would that be?
Well, the first thing I would tell you is get a Trimac, not a flower horn. Get the real fish.
Check.
Yeah. Secondly, big tank. As big as possible. I wouldn't even start one in anything under about a 40 breeder. You're going to long-term need at least a 75 for a single fish. Bigger is better. You know, if you're going to try to do multiple ones in a tank, honestly, I would think 180 or larger. 125 would be bare minimum, but you'd be pushing it. You know, somewhat hard alkaline water. You know, it doesn't have to be real hard or real alkaline, but definitely more on that side than on soft.
About?
7.6, 7.8, something like that. And, you know, as far as general hardness goes, anything from about 200 up. You know, they always did well back in the day when I lived in Indiana, in my Indiana tap water, which was 8.6 to 9 pH, and usually around 450 parts per million of hardness. Yeah, liquid rock. Everybody walked on water out there. So
awesome.
But those would be the main things you want to think in terms of, you know, if you want to have tank mates with them, you got to be really careful about what you're doing, you know, who you're mixing, and keep an eye on things initially and see how it works out. You know, and it's probably better if you start with a young one to put tank mates in before they're sexually mature and territorial. Because once they become sexually mature and start defending territory, everything's different.
So the one I got last month, is that sexual? That's not sexually mature yet.
Probably not yet. No, he's probably getting there, but he's not there yet.
Okay. One fish.
Yep, that's the way to do it.
How about snails? Will he be
He'll probably eat them.
That's cool.
Yes.
I'm all right with that.
You know, if you want to put something else in there with him, I would think in terms of something else, not a cichlid, but something schooling and quick.
Ah.
So, you know,
like
you could try things like
or?
giant Danios, teardrop barbs, big scale diamond barbs, things like that.
Oh, cool. Good to know. Thank you, Mark.
Sure, thank you.
We're also meeting up with Scott from the King and Queen Cichlids. Scott is also the creator of the Cichlid Club of York. He has written articles as well, and he's got a lot of experience, and I value his opinion.
You are my favorite YouTube channel, by the way.
Oh, check
really
that out.
are.
From the King, I'm going to melt.
So you have a Trimac.
I have a Trimac, and I would love some tips or tricks or any advice that you can give me. This is going to be one of my biggest babies I got.
Are you trying to breed them at some point?
If I
Are
can
you
find
trying
a
to
female.
show them? What do you...
Well, this one, I feel like it was show worthy.
I gotta tell you guys, I saw the pictures of a Trimacs. Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous Trimacs. My first thing was like, you got to show this fish because the coloration alone already, and it's not even mature, is crazy good.
Doesn't even have his little nickel hump yet or anything.
My first advice would be put him in a, I'm sorry for this guys, but we got to be safe.
Mandatory.
Put him in his own tank. I would not have any tank mates with him because he's just spectacular, and that fish on his own in a tank by himself is gonna really pop. Lots of nice water changes. Once a week I do about 30 to 40% water changes. I should say tank size minimum, I'd say 75 gallons. That's just my thoughts.
Right now he's in a 40-gallon breeder quarantine tank.
But he's small.
And the 75 gallon is ready for him to switch over.
This is why she's QueAquatics. She doesn't need my advice. She knows, so she knows. But find something that he likes. Give him a variety of diets. I do flakes. I do Tetra sticks, as you guys know if you follow my channel. Brine shrimp. I never do live foods. I don't think it's good for him.
That makes him aggressive, doesn't it?
Yes.
I don't need that.
Yes.
I don't need that.
Most of all, play with them. Have some fun with them. Come to the tank. Get them used to that. They're very personable. It's going to be like your best friend. You know that. So that's the best advice I can give you. If you have any other questions, let me know. I'll be glad to help.
One other question.
Sure.
What's your YouTube channel?
King and Queen Cichlids. Come visit us sometimes, guys. Thank you so much, Q.
Thank you.
This woman is awesome.
Yay!
I absolutely love her channel. I really do. Thanks, guys.
I am so happy that these guys took the time out to give me some tips on my Trimac. I'm about to move him from this 40-gallon breeder over to a 75-gallon. I'm going to need both hands and concentration, so I'm going to have to put the camera down for a little bit. I'll be right back once he's in this new tank. Ah, what a beauty. Voila, just like that. He is in his 75-gallon new forever home. So I put similar substrate in him. I've got some larger Anubis plants, even though I know he's gonna pick them up and rearrange anytime he wants. I got some dragonstone in here. If you look over here in this corner, I brought over his box filter because it was already fully seasoned, and the other two filters are no. I also have a hang on the back filter on here, the Tidal. I want to say it's a, I forget the size Tidal, but it's a little bit bigger than needed, which is good, along with the two sponge filters. I've got this, it's a plastic rock decor, but it's a beautiful hide for him, and it's like in a U shape, so he can hide behind it, go in through it, at least now while he's this size. I have two different heaters in here. I have one that's a 300-watt heater and another one that's a 100-watt heater, just in case. Now take note, to the top of this tank, I do have some a handmade lid on it, but I also have like a plastic coated wire rack on top, just in case. I mean, he's going to be a big cichlid. Sometimes they like to jump. I just want to make sure. I know my Oscar likes to jump. I know my Red Devil like to jump. So I want to make sure that he's secured. And somehow or another, this light that's sitting on top, I got to try to hang it so it's not actually sitting on top. It's going to be a few inches away. So this Trimac comes from Central America, South Mexico, Guatemala, that area. An omnivore. Will eat flakes, pellets, brine shrimp, love the bloodworms. They're definitely dimorphic, so the female is going to be a little bit smaller and have an eye spot, like a spot on the dorsal fin. This guy is going to get to be about 15 inches big, a substrate spawner, but he is a he and I want a she. So if you guys know Cooper, check out Coop's channel. I'm going to put the link above. I know he's got Trimac babies, and he says one of them's mine, so I really want a female. So I'm very excited about that. Now, they are highly aggressive, since this is one of the main ingredients in making a flower horn. It likes a whole range of temperature, anywhere from 75 to 82. The pH is a huge range. It's like 6.5 all the way up to 9.0. It depends on where they come from. They like slow moving, and they like the water hard, and very, very beautiful. I hope you enjoyed meeting Triton. He really is the king. Thanks, guys, and I'll see you next time.
Hey, everybody, it's SuzyQue. Hey, everybody, it's SuzyQue. Nah, hey, everybody, it's SuzyQue. So come along with me. Said I'm SuzyQue.